Joined right now by Angus King, Senator from Maine, who sits on the Intelligence Committee. What did you make of this this wealth of stuff taken from basically what became the tomb of Osama bin Laden, Senator?
Well, I think it's fascinating, although, Chris, I can't imagine that one of your books wasn't there. I mean, I don't know about you, but...
He wasn't a believer in American democracy like I am. Anyway.
How did he miss that? No, but it is fascinating to get that insight. And as you know, this is really the first bunch of this material that's going to be released. And there's going to be more, I think, as we see the contents of the computers and the hard drives. This is really the kind of the tip of the iceberg, I think. But clearly, one of the things that came through was, A, he wanted to attack us here at home, and B, he was becoming sort of distanced from the other jihadi group. I mean, one way to think of it is that bin Laden was terrorism 1.0, and of course ISIL, we're now at 2.8 or something, but there were clearly changes in the wind, and I think he felt that. You get a sense from some of that correspondence that he felt isolated, and also he was into conspiracy theories. I mean, some of the books and articles that he had were, you know, the sort of conspiracies. Interestingly, one of them was about September 11th itself.
Yeah. Let's talk about the financial thing, because everybody is fascinated by the fact he chose the Twin Towers to attack as his primary target. And, of course, that has to do with our financial institutions and upsetting our whole grid of power, economic power in this country, in New York. Do you think that's why he's studying up on the Federal Reserve? He's one of these guys who's trying to figure out how do you create complete and utter chaos in American financial circles. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
Well, I think he probably was. Remember, there was an earlier attack on the World Trade Center that sort of fizzled, and I think clearly that was one of his targets. And, you know, frankly, it's one of the things that keeps me up at night is not so much a bombing like what he was thinking about, but a cyber attack. And, you know, here we are 14 years later. He probably never heard of a cyber attack, but right now that's what we have to worry about, particularly with our financial institutions. Chris, the next Pearl Harbor is probably going to be cyber, and we have to get ready for it.
I'd say you're right, sir. Thank you much, Senator Angus King of Maine, who's seen this stuff. I'm joined right now by